Cora, come. Nice. All right. I want to tell a story about Ivan Balabanov and the out. This is a good one. Help some people. This was about 2017, I believe, and I was at a seminar, a workshop, and there was a guy there that I had just met, and he had a Malinois pit bull mix that he said would not out, just flat out wouldn't out. Come on, guys, come on, Zico, come. There's some food over there. What's her name? Cora, come. Somebody dropped some food over there. Good girl, Cora. So he had a pit bull Malinois mix, would not out. And he told me about the dog, and I had been to Ivan several times before this, and and I said I had seen the same situations. People come with dogs and they can't out, and he shows them how to get the out, and he didn't believe it, and he said, well, yeah, and this is a got pit bull and this and that, and I said, I own pit bulls, Cora, and he didn't want to buy it. So we go inside, and Ivan gave the out lecture for the first time, and it's the out lecture. When you buy the video, you're going to see this lecture. He gave this lecture twice. He gave it that workshop, and he gave it the next workshop, and I was there for both of those. And the out, when you buy it, the video, you're gonna see those two videos basically edited together. They're basically the exact same thing, but there was a couple things that you add or whatever. But so he gives the out video, the out lecture, and this was, like I said, the first time he ever gave the lecture. Cora, come on, Cora. Look at this dog. Oh yeah. And so I'm sitting next to the guy, and I said, what do you think? And he looks at me and he goes, yeah, it sounds really nice, but I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that actually work on my dog. So we're walking out, we're going out to the field, and Ivan goes, anybody here, don't hit each other, anybody here have a problem with the out with their dog? And so I said, he does. And I pointed right at the guy. So he went and got his dog, and they go out. And we watch Ivan in that session show him how to get the out and getting the out. And then session 2 was a really nice out. They're getting the out, and they're getting the out. Hey, Rosie, Jade, come on, come. Too far, guys. Come on. They're getting the out with voice. He's getting the out with voice, right? Not just every time choking the dog. I mean, he's getting an out, right? That dog, last I heard about the dog, it was titled ANIGP. So big thing here is we only know what we know, and in the circle this guy trained in, a lot of dogs don't out. A lot of all different kinds of dogs, shepherds, Malinois, the real ones, the tough ones, they just don't out. You choke them off and this and that. And pit bulls, forget about it. You don't out pit bulls. Someone came on my page last night, and these people, I don't know, they find me and they have to say stuff, but and they just telling me that you can't out pit bulls, and if I have a pit bull that outs, it's just not a real dog and everything like that, man. And I've dealt with these dogs since the 90s, and I've been to, when I was getting into this, I've been to the fighters back then, been to their yards, and I can Donnie Mayfield, I met the guy, and you know what I mean, and I spoke with him many times. And when you talk to these guys, they never believe what can be done with pit bulls. And these guys know pit bulls. These guys fight pit bulls. And don't think I fight dogs. I do not fight dogs. And I'm not saying I'm pro fighting dogs. What I'm saying is, if you're going to deal with pit bulls, you want to know where they're from, you want to know what they're about, you want to know everything about them. And they were selectively bred to fight dogs. And if you don't want to stomach the fact that that's where they're from and study that, you're going to struggle with these dogs. So that's what I did. I studied the fighting dogs. I studied the people who fought dogs. I spoke with them. I saw the dogs. I've never spoken to someone who actually fought dogs, who could really train dogs. They didn't care about that. They had the dogs that won fights, were game and stuff like that, and that's what they did with them. They didn't actively train. They were never trying to do the things I'm doing with them. And I've spoken with several of them since then, with over the 25 or more years of what I've done and what I know now. And a lot of them flat out don't believe I can do it, and some of them have, you know, now seen it, and they're like, man, I never would have believed this could be done with a pit bull until I've seen you do it. Because like I said, and these guys know pit bulls. They've never even tried to do the things I do with pit bulls, right? So if you're on that island, everybody's doing what you do, you're gonna have no idea what's out there. You only know what you know, and I discovered Ivan like 6 years ago, I guess it is now, and the island I was on exploded, right? He was doing things, I mean, I didn't understand, I didn't know about, and I immediately changed everything I did. The person commenting on my page last night said that they never had to learn from anybody else. They just learned it all on their own with the dogs they own. So with the handful of dogs that they've owned, they know everything, right? It's like Jesus, Ivan has been in the top 10 in the world in IGP for like 30 years. And like what he says is I have been around the best in the world. He's friends with them, he knows them, they discuss dogs and everything. The best in the world for that long, right? His island is actually huge, right? And Ivan's a type of guy, if you go to him and you say, hey man, I have something here I can do, you know what he's gonna say to you? Show me. If this works, I want to know. And if it goes against anything he does and it works better, he will change what he does immediately. All you have to do is show that guy. That's it. Right now, All Positive has this big thing and everything, and they're saying they could do all of these things with dogs. I've been saying, anybody All Positive and force free, please come to me. I'll go to you, I'll pay. If you can show me how to do what I'm doing, like I do it, get the results, like I do it or better, I will change tomorrow. Show me. And nobody will do it for him, right? Because you know why. Because it's all talk. So that's the best thing about him is you go to learn from him. You don't just get access to him, you get access to a guy who has actively sought out what's the best in the world for the last 30-40 years, right? That's what you get. So when I've heard this over and over again. When I go up there, my dog won't out, my dog won't do this, my dog won't do that. We've tried it all. You haven't tried it all, because you're in your circle, and your circle you might think is big because you go seminars and this and that, and they all do basically the same thing with aversion. And Ivan is very different and unique. And I've heard some people say that Ivan is just like everyone else. It's just his version, and he's really good at it. And people who say that don't understand what Ivan does. So once again, don't dismiss what somebody says they're doing with a dog. Now, there's a lot of talk on the internet. Everybody is working miracles with dogs. Show me. Show it, right? You show me, I'll do it too, man. You know what I mean? Show me some proof. But anyway, there's a whole, if you haven't been to Ivan, there's a whole other world to train dogs that you do not know about, because there's nobody teaching his stuff, nobody who's been to him, nobody who I had been to seminars for 6 years or so, a lot of them. At one point I was going up there once every 4 to 6 weeks for 4 to 5 days, and then I took the course, and it blew me away, because finally in one spot there was this, he systematically, methodically taught you what he does. And the seminars, you see pieces of the brilliance, you never get the whole picture. So you can go up there for years and years and years, and you're going to learn a lot, but you don't get it all, and you need this course to put it all together. Then you go up there and you're like, whoa, I was missing that, I was missing this, you know what I mean? So, but anyway, my whole big point here is, just because you're in your little world and that's how they do things, you're missing a boat. Go experience the guy. I'm doing things with dogs. Honestly, if you told me 6 years ago what I could do with Jade and what I could do with other dogs, in any type of dog, and pit bulls, the things I've done with them, if you told me that 6 years ago, I would say bullshit. I've spent a lot of years with these dogs, and I had gotten pretty good results with some crazy pit bulls and stuff like that. But what I could do with them now was unimaginable to me 6 years ago. Absolutely. I found Ivan because of Jade was so crazy, and the struggle I had with Jade. Yeah, I never, at that time, what you see right now, her with these dogs playing ball off leash and everything, I would have told you was impossible. Absolutely. I mean, completely impossible. Out. Anyway, that's it. We're gonna play ball. Cora, come. She's having fun pointing and stuff. Nice. Oh. All right, over and out.